Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Penix here from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix working from the gun. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. The give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. It's White on the give. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Chased out to his right. Intercepted in the end zone. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Working quickly here. Here he and 2. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Third down, it's Penix. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Looking up towards the dome, can't bring it in clean! And he's out of bounds, not the return that he had drawn up, no way, and actually loses yards. A costly penalty flag there as that turns fourth down into 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Out of the gun, White. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He finds McConkey. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Up the middle, here goes White. Scores, touchdown Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Devin White hauls him down. It's a gain of 6, and now they face a daunting 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Penix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Raiders will take over at the start of the next quarter. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Bails out of the pocket quick. Has it in close. Touchdown! So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now the give for Bijan. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Staying with Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
We send a man in motion. Penix on first down. Moore's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. 3rd down give to Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. him. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That's good. Well, Las Vegas.
The give now to White. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Try the right side with White. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Offense set for a 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for Raiders first. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a throw. That's caught at the 4. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, a run for White. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
to the air, 3rd and long. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Oh no, they get him yet again. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders have it now, and he's 8th pick of the year.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. On the move, headed right. He calls his own number again. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down. From midfield now. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll throw it. He fires one deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And the fumble recovery is made.
You know, these return men, you know, a lot of their job security comes from being able to simply hang on to that ball. Fortunate to scoop that one back up before someone else could, and avoid having a turnover attached to his name.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. He's got room to roam here. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So even with the head start being offsides, they give up the home run swing as the offense quickly declines that penalty. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run it with Bijan. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Penix. Completed to his running back. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
There'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. You got to be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a 1st down. Slot man in motion left. Penix now on 1st down. Hauled in by Worthy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. Throwing now on 1st down. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Play action on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's got Bowers working the sideline. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about it.
He loses the football, and the Falcons scoop it up. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. And it's that type of effort the coaches want to see from every...
Oh, the football's loose. Scooped up by the defense. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Complete out to the right side. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal. Dropping back to throw. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip gain. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. On the give, here's Robinson. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's into the hands of Moore. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A run here with Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Handoff now to Robinson. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Robinson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Offense in the hurry up here. Now Penix on 3rd and goal. And the defender comes away with it. Trayvon Merrick has it. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. Yet no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick 6. Wow.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That's one he knows he should have had. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Searches from the pocket. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Penix here from the gun. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Working quickly here. From the gun, it's Robinson. He gets the 1st and more to the 45. Through the 35. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Headed out right. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They go play action on first. Diving right side, got it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for Raiders first. They'll go left side here with White. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 now. He's on the move. He can run it. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, White. Has a lane past the 45. And he gets this one down to the 27. A pickup there of 39. And that's a Vegas first down. They go play action here. He's got it near the 8. And in for the touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. They kick the running back in motion. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Deron Bland has it.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take...
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Offense up to the line fast. From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Penix facing a 3rd and long. Oh no, they get him yet again. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders take over on his 11th interception of the campaign. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Here's White again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw now. It's into the hands of White. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
White trying this straight ahead. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Complete to the wheel strip here. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's White on the give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Williams. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders. All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Raiders are running them out of the building. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. On 1st down, here's Penix. On target to Worthy. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. They go play action. Here's Penix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Falcons Falcons just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Gotta hurry this to the line. Desperation time here on 4th. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Penix now on 1st down. He rolls to his right. And they pick him off again! Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Raiders take over as he records the 40th interception of his career.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Again, this is White. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Complete here to Bowers. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. He brings it in. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun here. Chased out to his right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, a run for White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. The throw is caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have 1 more play left in a game that's already decided.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign.